We started off by looking at our experience of strength and being really specific. If you were here that day, what did you remember when you recalled a past experience of strength? How does that feel in our body? Is it emotional courage and strength? Is it physical? And what are the beliefs that we have about strength? Sometimes when we're experiencing a loss, a diminishment of some kind, we can get really hooked on what it was that we were coming in with and what we believe our worth is in the world. And sometimes those experiences can really help illuminate that for us. How does that feel in your body as you're thinking back to that or coming to it fresh? How do you define strength and resilience? And then we moved on to what beliefs, a little bit more deeply, going into the beliefs that would have to change. So if you're feeling not as productive or not as safe, that you can't help in the same ways you used to, there are things for me now at my age that I'm like, that takes too much energy. I'm not okay with that anymore. And sometimes I'll still do it, even knowing that it's going to take me a couple of days to rest up from that. My nervous system's affected in a certain way or something. How are we already? But also, how could we increase cultivation of strength and resilience? We have these areas emotional, wisdom, courage to speak up, to stand up, endurance, perseverance, and this really important area of compassionate awareness, presence, kindness. And maybe even bringing that to life in your body as a memory or as practice. I used to be in freeze a lot, and now I'm much more able to be present, to be aware of what's happening, to speak my truth. Other people's opinions don't hold me back as much, maybe. Whatever that might be for you, take a moment to settle in and let yourself feel that. Notice your body, your breath, and then to take a moment to bring kindness in, and also the acknowledgement that these changes are difficult, especially when we have some kind of diminished capacity or when we're in a really tough situation. Could I be kind to myself? Even as we acknowledge there might be something I really need to work with, I could acknowledge that that's difficult. And then we moved into rest for the last 2 weeks. Tricia Hersey's beautiful book, Rest is Resistance. And this whole idea, and that she explores in her book about capitalism and how we're just viewed as cogs, as a productivity, that we're expected to work at a machine like pace. And the way our society is right now, many of us feel a lot of pressure to be productive and successful, but also many people have to work a lot of hours in order to keep a job, or maybe two jobs in order to feed and clothe ourselves and have housing. So she had us go through this imagining of a world without oppression. Let's go into that for a moment. Oh, that was a powerful one for me. What would that be like? A world centered in justice for all beings, for the environment, where we could be soft with each other and ourselves, patient, take time to breathe. And then we moved into our work is to rest. And as we do, we become more human, we become more ourselves. And what have we missed in our life because we were so exhausted and so pushed? So notice that for yourself as well. And what more liberating story could we tell? Not a story in the sense of our beliefs are foolish or not true, but just in the sense of how could we open up into more possibility? And what is it that we could let go of? It might have a cost of disappointing people or something else. But what is it we could let go of? What might come alive in us as we do?